Hi, I'm Ben.
And I'm John.
And together we're OCB
Reactions.
And today we're doing this because I want to do it. This is nobody suggested it. None of our patrons. I don't even think our patrons will actually be into it. But this is Cro-Mags. Don't Give In. I have a long history with the band. I was like, well, okay, I don't have a personal history of the band, but I've been listening to the band since their second album.
Okay.
And then they've been gone for like 20 years. I guess I just found out because they were, in some kind of legal battle over the name.
No.
Even though the singer Flanagan, I think his name is the only member on every album.
Okay.
He was the founder, and he just brought in musicians. And they were one of the original. They actually had like a couple of distinctions. They were one of the original crossover punk thrash bands,
right?
With suicidal tendencies, the Crumbsuckers, and which I got in. I got into punk after metal.
Same thing happened to me.
And it's like when I heard the crossover stuff, like, oh, it's got the aggression, but the music of the hardcore, but it has the musicality of the metal. So I really got into this. And Cro-Mags actually were probably my most listened to. Like there was Agnostic Front, who I thought sucked.
Didn't you say that they were tied into the Hare Krishnas?
Yeah, they invented accidentally, or they were called Krishnacore, although they didn't really fit into that. But they weren't like preachy about. I think they were all Hare Krishnas.
Okay.
But
well, hey, before we go on, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share. Go down into the description where we'll have a link to this video, and also check out our Patreon. Honestly, we gotta get our Patreon built up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no reason to even keep it going.
Yeah, because it's extra stress on us, and yeah, I'm not getting better as far as like my illness, so it's a little hard. So so forgive us if like he gets a little behind, but yeah, it's just not gonna be worth it. I don't think it was the right time for us to do it.
Right.
But anyway, well, let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah. Now, I do have. I know I've heard the Cro-Mags. I just can't like necessarily place it right away. So here we go.
Has returned.
Yeah, production-wise too.
Yeah,
it's got that old school production feel.
Well, and it's burying. I know Rocky George, ex of Suicidal Tendencies, their old lead guitarist, is now in the Cro-Mags. Which that actually, when I found that out, I was super excited because he's Mr. like, fuck your rhythm. I'm gonna play my leads, and they're gonna fit. They're gonna make your song better. He is doing that. There is like a new old suicidal vibe to this song, and but he's buried, and it kind of annoys me. But it's like this is just like we're back kind of reintroduction
Yeah.
EP, so I'll forgive it. Plus, I know they got a much better deal for the album that's coming after this than Victory. And Victory's kind of known for like, oh, we're doing hardcore.
Actually, thinking about it, the production on this is probably a little bit closer to something from the '90s, because '80s the production and sound probably would have been even worse.
Well, it would have been thinner for sure.
Yeah.
But it's got yeah, it's the Cro-Mags though. It's definitely, yeah, it kind of makes me smile. Just
All right, well, let's keep going.
Rocky George feedback at the end.
Well, if you give in after listening to that, you deserve whatever happens to you.
I mean, like, fought 20 years for an obscure band name. Although I guess recently they're on, they got a stadium show with the Misfits.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like, they could actually, like, after 20 plus years, break out. It was like, that's kind of cool, but it's like, I mean, and I love the old albums. Because they just kind of like disappeared on me because I didn't realize why. It's like, oh, well, they broke up.
Right.
And I just moved on. But yeah, and I recently started listening to the old songs like, oh, now I know why I ran out and got this the day it came out. It was just fun.
Oh, yeah. It's got some great drive. That could actually be a decent workout song. It just harkens back to the day, though, you know, driving down, like, Park Avenue when everybody's cruising and you pop something like this in just to piss everyone off.
Yeah, and then you get pulled over for speeding.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never understood why. Why did we cruise, like, where it was 25 miles an hour and the cops were out in force?
You know what? I have no clue. I only went out there twice.
I went out there like 3 times. One time I didn't get into a fight, so yeah, I was like, okay, I'm kind of sick of getting into fights. So.
It was just never my scene.
No,
it wasn't me. But no, back to the Cro-Mags. I love that. That was great. It harkens back to the day.
It's like definitely was huge nostalgia points.
Yeah.
On its own, like it is what it is. It's good for what it is. And having Rocky George in the band, missed the sound of his guitar, which Rocky George was the one that was making that whines all through, like, and the buried leads through the whole thing. And when they did the drive, that extra thump, that was George. Because George, if you listen to old Suicidal Tendencies, that's what he did.
Okay, but no, it also they stood the test of time.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you listen to something that it's like, I used to really be into this, and then you listen to it, and it's like, why did I listen to this?
Yeah, it's a complete cringe fest. But no, even the old stuff, I'm still like, yeah, it kind of sounds bad production-wise, but I still really dig into the songs. But yeah, it's like, okay, since nobody requested it, I won't gush anymore. So, fairly well.
Thank you.